はじめまして。私はジャスミンです。カナダから来ました。よろしくお願いします。Bonjour, je m'appelle Jasmine. Je viens du Canada. Enchantée. Hello, my name is Jasmine. I'm from Canada. It's nice to meet all of you. I was born on July 26, 1995 in China. My parents came to adopt me when I was about 6 months old and brought me to Canada. I lived in Montreal for about 7 years and then later on moved to Ottawa. Here's a picture of when I was a child. And here's a picture of me now. No, that's not me. So, I live with my mom and my dad, and I'm an only child, so I don't have any siblings. I do have a dog, though. Her name is Roxanne. Growing up in Canada has been really fun. I really love Canada. I have a really good relationship with my family. I'm really close to my parents, especially my mom. She's like my best friend. As a child, I was pretty quiet, actually. I didn't really talk to anyone, especially never in school. I was really shy, and I felt kind of unconfident. But I really loved to draw. That was the number one thing I loved to do as a child. In fact, nowadays, I still love to draw. I love to draw, I love to dance, I love to sing and act. I like swimming, staying active, watching movies with friends. I like doing a whole bunch of stuff. The thing that I am most passionate about would be the arts for sure. Back at university in Canada, I study theater and music, so I'm really passionate about those. I'm also really passionate about dancing. I chose to go to Japan because I've been studying Japanese for quite a while in university. I've always been interested in the language and the culture since I was 15. It's been my dream since then to come to Japan, so I'm really happy that I got to come after all these years. I chose to go to Tokyo because it was one of the places that was offered for my university. It was either Tokyo or Kobe. So I was kind of excited about Tokyo because that is such a big place to go to and it's such a vibrant city, and I knew there were so many things to do there. In fact, one of my favorite things about Tokyo is the fact that there are so many things to do there. You could go to shrines and arcades, and there's so many restaurants, and there's just so much culture around. When I was a student in Tokyo, a typical day would consist of me waking up early in the morning to go to class. And then afterwards, I would go to the convenience store to get a bento for lunch. Later on, I would either study in the common room with my friends in my dormitory, and then afterwards go get some dinner with everyone. On weekends, I would go travel around Tokyo and explore the city and see a whole bunch of new things. Tokyo is very different from the place I live in. I live in Ottawa, and it's pretty small compared to Tokyo. There definitely aren't as many things to do in Ottawa as there are in Tokyo. There aren't any shrines or big parks really, or arcades or pachinko. This might be random.
No problem.
So how is Canadian culture different from Japanese culture? Well, in both cultures, being polite is very important. But I'd say that Canadians tend to be a little bit more upfront about their feelings than the Japanese people. Canadians are more harsh, I'd say. They are definitely more willing to say no to people more than Japanese. I'd say the Japanese people have a hard time saying no to customers, for example, especially in convenience stores or restaurants. To be brutally honest, Canadians are much more rude than Japanese people. It's not because they're being rude, it's just because they're more strong-minded. The thing I'm going to miss most about Japan would definitely be the people that I've met here. I've met so many amazing people here, and I can't believe I have to leave them all to go back home. Another thing that I'm going to miss about Japan would definitely be the food. Japanese food is amazing. All the curry rice you can get here, the sushi, the tempura, the soba, the ramen, all of it is amazing. Being abroad has definitely taught me a lot about myself and just about the world in general. What I've learned is that you should always try to grasp every opportunity that presents itself. I've definitely learned to try new things and not be afraid to challenge myself. I've learned so many new things being here in Japan, not just about the culture and the language, but a lot about myself as well. I learned to be more independent and more determined to do things. Being in Japan has definitely changed me, but I'm so glad I came here and did all the things that I've done. When I come back to Canada, I don't really know what my future plan will be. I know that I love the arts, and I'm hoping to pursue that in the future. But I'd also like to come back to Japan at least once a year, because it is like home now. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to live each day, day by day, and enjoy every moment that I have. So to sum everything up, my final words would be, please come to Tokyo. It's amazing. You won't regret coming here.